Can I stay awake for 24 hours? Week 10's challenge. Hi everyone, it's time for week 10 of my 40 to 40 challenges, so we're a quarter of the way through. And this one is going to be staying awake for at least 24 hours. I wanted to do staying awake for at least 40 hours, as it's a 40 to 40 challenge, but my family were like, sleep deprivation isn't very good, and once you go over sort of about 30 hours, it can do funny things to you and strange things to your brain. So we'll go for at least 24 hours, and if I'm feeling alright, I'll go for longer. So I'm going to go to bed now, and as soon as I wake up, that will be when it starts. If you have a cat, you'll be able to relate to this. But the wake up team are here. There's one, there's Jelly, and there's Betty down there. So their clock, although I've been trying to ignore them, the clock now starts at 6:53. Let's see if I can stay awake for 24 hours then. Time to rise and shine. I love autumn. Walk down by Carshalton Ponds. Who doesn't love walking through leaves? Lovely early morning walk to start the day off. All that walking's made me hungry for breakfast. After breakfast, I'm off again. But where am I heading to this time? 10:30, it's time for a swim. I really enjoyed my first swim in about a year since my back surgery. It's just gone midday and now it's time to drive to meet up with my parents. I have arrived in time to go for a pub lunch with them. Had a lovely pub meal with the parents. Then we looked for photos of when I was 8 to 9 years old. Time for a cup of tea to help me get through the night. After a lovely afternoon with the parents, it was time to drive home in the rain. Hi everyone, I'm about 13 hours 25 minutes into staying awake challenge, so it's not going to be a problem so far. It's been a pretty packed day for me, so I think I'm going to do some house jobs. I put some washing on just now, and then pop in the hot tub for the next bit of it, and then treat it as if I'm like starting a new day now, really, and going from there. So far, so good. It is now over 16 hours since I've been awake, which is about the normal time I'm awake for during a day, so it's like any other day. I guess now it'll get progressively harder as I stay awake longer. I've made the bed behind me, as you can see, ready for when I eventually do go to sleep. But so far, so good. I'll keep everyone updated. Keeping myself busy with lots of different house jobs. Time to do some video. Right, I'm 18 hours in now. It's still fine, I still feel fine. Still getting on with my physio, just finishing off the last bit of it. And then I'm going to have a snack to eat. Time for a late night healthy snack. Time to watch my first bit of TV of the day. 19 hours down now. I'm going to give myself a face mask for the first time in a minute and do a bit of reading, I think, in the next hour. Right, we're all set with the blueberry face mask. It says to leave it 15 minutes, so that's what we'll do. And then wash it off and we'll see how clean my face is. Right, I haven't taken this off yet, but we are now over 20 hours of staying awake. Still feeling pretty good actually. not too tired. I think it's because I've been moving around all the time. This is about the longest I've sat down all day, so I think that is definitely helping me. On to the next 4 hours. Time to do some reading for a bit with my face smelling of blueberries. Right, over 21 hours now done. And I have to admit, reading is probably not the best thing to do if you're trying to stay awake, because that's the first time I've started to feel a bit tired. So I'm getting up and I'm going to head out for a walk for a bit and see a few deserted streets, hopefully. It's cool walking on the road with no one, and you can just hear the birds. How cool does it look? All deserted, apart from a bus that just went past. Awesome. And up the high street. Deserted. Right, I am now 22 hours in on my walk back home. One thing I have noticed now in the past sort of 20-25 minutes is that I'm like craving real junk food. I just want like sugary foods, and I haven't had any all day, so I made sure I avoided them because I knew that they would like be good short term, but a pain in the long term. They wouldn't help. So it's strange how your body then suddenly reacts. It's sort of trying to compensate now for tiredness setting in. I don't particularly feel ridiculously tired, but I do feel a bit tired. I can see my eyes are looking heavier and drooping down, and so it's just what to figure out to do with the last couple of hours now. That's my early morning walk completed. Time to play on the Xbox for the final hour and a bit. 23 hours down, I'm into the final hour. Still not feeling too bad. I do feel a bit tired, but nowhere near as bad as I thought I would be. I thought I'd be on my feet by now and drifting off to sleep, but I'm feeling pretty good. Playing on the Xbox at the moment, that's keeping me busy, and then I'm sure this hour's going to fly by. Woohoo, we made it. That is 24 hours, so that's a whole day I've stayed awake. It was not as tricky as I thought it was going to be. I'm feeling pretty tired now, but I think I could still carry on if I wanted to. But my mum did message me earlier saying she wanted me to stop after a day. She was worried if I stay awake too long, what the sleep deprivation could do. And years of experience have told me that you must listen to your mum. And so I will be, and so I'll be heading to bed in a minute. Before I go up to bed though, here is some advice if you need to stay up for a day, or if you fancy giving staying awake for 24 hours or longer a try. I found these things useful. So one, I didn't have any junk food or anything like that, any sugary things. I had fruit and I had healthy things to eat for dinner. I had an early dinner as well, so that wasn't laying on my stomach and hard to digest later on at night, because I know that's trickier to do. I made sure I never got too comfortable, so I didn't do any nighttime routine like getting changed into pyjamas or doing anything like I normally would, brush teeth or any of it. Didn't shut the curtains in my room, bedroom or anything like that, so I stayed well clear of doing anything of that ilk. And the third one is the fact that you want to keep moving, you want to keep your body going. I was actually pretty active during the day before the night time, and I carried on doing stuff because I knew that if I started settling and I got comfortable, then I'd probably end up sleeping. The fourth one is obviously don't have any alcohol or anything like that, because those type of things will make you tired. And the fifth one really is your mindset. So if your mind keeps telling you that you're fine and you're feeling good and you're feeling happy, and you keep those thoughts in your head, then you'll do it no problem. I hope that's helpful if you want to give it a try. I would say good night, but it's really good morning. Happy Halloween. Thank you for watching. See you at the next challenge.